Milk Crate Marauder.
A lot of it is the show, you know. So they went around and interviewed a lot of people. They interviewed Pat Cooper, and I'm just listening to some of the stuff they didn't even use in the special. And it's so funny. This is, let's see, what is this track? Oh, first of all, they asked him, I don't know how he got on it, but he started talking about Joan Rivers, and you know he hates Joan Rivers? All right, I got to play you this.
We'll have to do the history of Pat Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I would rather hear. It's so great. Joan Rivers, he starts going berserk. All you got to do is mention her name, and he goes berserk.
It's almost like he's the Iron Sheik.
Well, you know what's funny, too? Talking to me? The background on this was he once put out a comic book that he, hand drew. Yeah. Making fun of Joan Rivers. And Joan didn't like it. And he's like, what's the matter? She can't take a joke. But you know, Pat can't. If someone drew a comic book about Pat, he'd fucking kill him. All right.
Joan Rivers is full of shit. She's a hypocrite. She's full of shit. I wrote a thing about Joan Rivers here, but I think he's up her ass. See? She likes Joan Rivers. So when I bam out Joan Rivers, he turns around and goes, well, you see, Joan, no, don't be that shit, Joan. She's full of shit. Joan Rivers made a comeback with that face because people pay to see how fucking ugly she is. And anybody that has a face like that has no respect for herself. That means she don't like herself. I wrote a little cartoon book about her. She got insulted. I said, it's a joke. It's a little thing. You're putting down a stewardess. You're putting down these people because you're mentally ugly. You're a fucking mentally ugly. You're not even a cunt. I wouldn't even give you the pleasure of calling you a cunt. You have no cunt. You have no cock. There's just a blank there. Because what? She turned around and we became friends. And we worked 2 jobs. A month ago, they asked me if I would work with us. Why not? She goes, I don't want to work with him because you made fun of me. Everybody makes fun of you. You're fucking ugly. Your soul is fucking ugly. Your brains are ugly. I said, the only thing you know how to do is hurt people intentionally. Howard doesn't really want to hurt you intentionally. He gets pissed off, but I got news for you. Howard don't, he'll say, I hope you drop that. I know he don't really mean it. I've said, I hope you drop that. I don't mean that. But Joan Rivers, give me a fucking break. This is the ugly fucking broad because her heart's ugly. If tomorrow they made her look like Linda Evans, she'd bring back that fucking, her face would wrinkle. Fucking Joan Rivers. If you ought to kiss my ear. No wonder her husband committed suicide. I'd commit suicide if it was her brother. That she don't want to hear about. Why did he leave this fucking planet? Look in the mirror. Holy shit.
So there's like... He just goes all over the place. I mean, like, the guy's a great interview because he's just so angry. I mean, I've never heard an angrier human being. This one, first of all, he's trying to say Mel Karmazin, but he doesn't know how to say Mel Karmazin.
He's always said it wrong.
And then something about, he's talking about who my friends are. Wait, you got it here.
I can't imagine this interview.
The interviewer ran out of the room.
Who the fuck do you love, Howard? Let's hear about who you love from your heart. Who you love. Forget your girlfriend. Forget your girlfriend. Who do you love? You love your children. That's normal. That's okay. We love our children. That's fine.
I'm not sure he loves his children, but go ahead.
But who do you really love that works around you? If I was you, I'd go to Karmazin, and I would give him a blowjob.
Karmazin?
I'd have to give him a blowjob. I'd say, listen, Mr. Karmazin, I know you got money. Let me give you a head, something. Let me touch your ass. Because you stood with me when nobody else would, staying with me. And Karmazin said, jeez, I didn't know you'd like to do that. Well, maybe on Thursday.
He's nuts. Yeah. Well, how about Karmazin blowing me?
How about he doesn't know if you've had conversations to tell Mel what he means to you?
Well, he doesn't know.
How does he know? I mean, what is he carrying on about here?
And meanwhile, Mel should blow me and I should blow Mel. We were both equally good for each other.
Yeah, you should do 69 on each other.
Yeah, we should 69. If I may correct that, Mel should blow me and I should blow him. It's 69 position.
Robin's right. How does he know? How does he know you haven't blown each other?
That's right. Let's see. Here's... I don't know. Here he's just ranting about shit. This says Pat Cooper ranting. When isn't he ranting?
He didn't even have to be asked a question.
So, Howard, I don't know if you're going to marry that girl or not. I wish you the best. And remember, I'm a friend, not a part-time friend. And you tell Gary Dell'Abate, you tell Robin Quivens, and you tell Fred. You're only one-dimensional. Without Howard, it's over. is fucking over. And let me tell you, Gary, you had some fucking balls to go on holiday squares when you don't know your fucking ass from your hole in the ground. You were terrible. You don't belong in certain areas.
It makes Pat really mad that Gary got to be on Hollywood Squares, or as he says, Holiday Squares.
Holiday Squares.
Because Pat, Pat is a comedian, and he should be on Holiday Squares, not Gary.
Yes. You understand me? I can't fight Mike Tyson, so I'm not going to get in a fucking ring. But some of you people think, well, because you're on Howard, you can walk on water. He's the only one that can. And I feel bad, Howard, that you got rid of Jackie Martling, because when you get rid of Jackie Martling, you give part of that charisma that was Howard Stern, the four of them. Freddie, Robin Quivers, Gary Delaparty, and Jack Martling, who's one of the nicest. He maybe asked you for $50,000. So you sit down, you discuss, give $30,000. What are you going to do with your fucking money? I'm a millionaire, Howard. You'd love to know how much I make? You fucking shit a brick. I own land in fucking Las Vegas. I own land in New York. Fuck it. I spend it. I give. I pick up checks. It's wonderful.
He gives. He bought land in Las Vegas. How did he give anybody anything?
I don't know what he's talking about. But again, he's talking out of school. He has no idea about your relationship with Jackie.
Do that. You're in your 50s. Where the fuck you going? All of a sudden you're going to hear, Howard, can you hear me? That means it's fucking over. I'm hearing that every day. People say, what do you do for a hobby? I said, I rehearse dying. That's what I do for her. I'm 78 years old. Where the fuck am I going? It's over.
Oh, my God.
It's over. Pick up a check, Howard, because the people are waiting for you to do that. And get back into the neighborhood where they love you. Trust me.
Neighborhood.
Who knows? This is all directed at himself.
Go back to Roosevelt.
Because he doesn't know you. How would he know any of this stuff?
Go back to Roosevelt where they love you.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, I have hours of this shit. So it says Howard's greatest shows are in the past.
This is Pat Cooper, your friend.
My friend. My only real friend.
This is his walk down memory lane.
You know something? The fun is not going to be there anymore, because I think he's had his greatest shows already. And I started to believe
he hopes
that some of the people are going to start to drift away. I mean, Gary, I don't think so. Robin Quivers is a nice. She's never wrote a. Why did she write a book? Who gives a fuck about what she's got to say? I understand? She's great. She tells the news. So she tells the fucking news. Keep quiet because she blows that job. Where are you going to go? Clean fish? You got to know your strengths and weaknesses. These people's strengths are with Howard. That's the end of it. Howard's going to go on. He'll pick up another billionaire. But once they fucking leave Howard, they're going to go, he's with Howard, nobody wants them. Because it's one that you're associated with Howard. So it's like James Gandolfini. He'll always be known as the Sopranos. So if you want to go and do a musical, they'll fucking laugh at him.
Is Gandolfini planning a musical?
He knows everything.
And then if Gandolfini went off and had another great role, it'd be like Pat would go, I knew he would have a great role, but not the rest of them.
Right.
Who this?
Pat Cooper is here. He's in New York because they're going to be roasting him at They're going to be roasting him at the Friars Club.
Now, is that soon?
Yes. When is it, Artie?
It is October the 19th. They're going to do it old-fashioned way. It's a luncheon, a Friday. It's not televised, so it's like, completely uncensored.
Well, that's a big weekend for you. You'll be doing the charity thing and then the roast thing.
Yes. It's like I'm in show business.
Pat Cooper is... This Pat Cooper's girlfriend, too, is here, supposedly.
Oh.
Yeah. This Pat, he went all gray. Hi, Miley.
The door is falling on the woman.
And that's Pat Cooper's girlfriend.
Yeah, she almost got hit by the door, thanks to Pat.
Pat's got a young girlfriend. Pat has a young girlfriend.
Howard, how are you?
Good to see you.
You got a haircut, you son of a bitch. God bless you.
And you went
the trim.
You stopped dyeing your hair.
Oh, you just found that out? That's why I'm gray.
You did a good job of that.
Well, I made a mistake. I had a choice to work with De Niro. And I said, dye your hair. So I would have dyed my hair working for you. This is my lady, Joanne.
I want to say hi,
This
Joanne.
is Howard Stern.
Right.
And this is a seat Robin, you look great. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Pat.
You
look
really
great,
do,
too.
so help me God. With all the crap, I love you.
Well, I love you, too.
No, you don't. You're a little bit shaky in certain areas.
I love you very much.
Pat, I was watching the movie Analyze This the other night, and I was reminded when I was watching it that you had a couple of really good scenes in Analyze This.
I had a great scenes.
With Bobby De Niro.
And then I had another one and analyzed that, which was that wasn't as good as the first one. And you know the amazing thing? I have never done another movie after that. I was turned down by the Sopranos 4 times because they're dickheads.
Why would the Sopranos? You mean you auditioned for the Sopranos?
Audition? How about 4 times? And I said to Dave Caruso, do me a favor, don't fuck my minutes up anymore. I got to come here 4 times. You don't know what to do with me? I said, what's the matter with you? So that was the end of me.
Auditioned you?
4 times. What are you, deaf? I'm telling you, Howard. 4 times.
Do you know who got the part?
Yes, you know who got the part? Frankie Valli. They should have got Death Valley.
Are you kidding?
Now, Frankie don't talk to me because he can't take a joke. I said he should have got Death Valley, and he got pissed off at me. I said, fuck you, Frankie. If you can't take it, what does somebody say? He couldn't say Rudy Valley. He don't know who Rudy Valley is.
That's right. Well, you know, you're right. It's insulting when you've been around in the business as long as you have, where they make you audition 4 times. 4.
Not only that, I took a subway.
I mean, you were in Analyze This.
It don't matter if I was in Analyze Your Mother, they ain't going to do it. You know what it is? They're going to bug up their ass, and they don't want you, which is fine. I still love the show. I think it's one of the best shows. Has nothing to do with it. Dave Caruso became the honcho because he had the hottest show.
But the reason you don't get these parts, and you know it, and you've said it yourself.
Yeah.
This guy burns every bridge in show business.
No!
Oh, you do. You don't know how to play the game.
I don't play games. That's the difference.
But you got to be a little bit nice.
Let me ask you, this thing is rotting away. What kind of wires you got here?
We have rats in the studio. If you just learn to play the
At my age, at 78, you want me to learn?
Even when you were a young man.
You know why I'm a success on this show?
Why?
Because I am who the fuck I am. If I listen to you, I'll be kissing everybody's ass.
No,
and you know you'll say to me next.
No, but you get the reputation of being impossible.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Because I'm not impossible.
Wouldn't you have been a bigger star?
I don't want to be a bigger star. What is your problem?
Yes, you did. You wanted to have a sitcom. You wanted to have all of those good things.
Can I tell you something? I talk to you like a brother. My great kids I should ever see again. I sitcom I never went after. I never went after nothing. You know what I went after? What made me feel good. So, and the big thrill was like you. When you were Howard Stern before Cyrus, you did things that nobody ever heard of. You fucking did things. You was magic. Say, now it's over.
You'd like to think that, don't you?
Well, because Howard, I love you, and I talk to you. Now, another guy would say, oh, Howard, I love you, and kiss your ass. You don't want that of a man. You want a man.
It's over. I think I'm having a blast. We're doing some good radio. Some people say,
we're not
doing what I love.
Howard, I said it, and you've heard my shit. Why do you keep calling me to ask me about what I think you? That's ridiculous. I said you moved uptown. Did you get that?
No. What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Howard, you're a fish out of fucking water. What is your problem?
What are you talking about?
Well, why do you stick microphone?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You come on the show, you might be able to get some work if you would.
I got more fucking work that I can handle.
Joanne, let me ask you something. You are his girlfriend. He's a lot of work. You are his girlfriend. And it's got to be very difficult, is it not?
Actually, he's not that bad.
Now, how did this romance
He's not
begin?
that bad.
He's not that bad.
Are you in love with Pat? He's a hard man to love, isn't he? I try to love him. He doesn't let me. Is he a tough man to love?
No.
Because I love Pat.
He's a good man.
I really do.
Really
and it makes it so difficult to love him. It's almost like
you guys have a love-hate relationship.
No. He has the hate and I have the love.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
He smacks you in the head every time you try to get close to him. What is it? What is it with this guy? You ever going to go to a psychiatrist and figure this out? I know you're 78 years old. I know that you say, but anyone who tries to love you, you smack in the head.
Let me explain something to you.
Go ahead.
Clear this whole thing up.
All right.
Because you're losing your depth.
All right.
You must have depth.
All right, good.
You are what you want to be. You are who you are. It works. I am who I want to be. I like to break balls when they tell me what I got to do that I don't want to do, okay?
Yeah. I'm not saying don't break balls. I'm the biggest ball breaker on the planet.
No, that's your business. I'm not the ball breaker. My business, I come meat. I don't tell a fucking butcher how to cut meat. He cuts meat, I come meat. When they start to tell me, like a David Chase would try to tell me this, and I say, hey, that's an insult.
Did David Chase say to you?
He was directing
4 times.
He said to you, you're not doing it right?
No, they never say that to you. On the way out, the next day, you get a call from the woman that books the show. Right now, we're not looking for the situation. That's why, this is the fourth time. You're off the air in a couple of weeks. How the fuck are you going to give me a job?
Well, you must have gotten close to getting the job. You must have gotten close if they brought you back 4 times.
Let me put it you blandly. Fuck the Sopranos. That's not my life. My life is simple.
You auditioned 4 times.
My life is simple. Listen to me. My fucking life. My life is simple. All I want to do.
You know who that is, by the way?
I don't know.
Who is that?
I got my own problems.
Artie said he ran into
You're on the roast, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
Are you going to talk?
I'm going to talk, yeah.
Leave the hat home.
Joanne, you are Pat's girlfriend. You are Pat's girlfriend. He is 78 years old, and you are a much younger woman. I can see from looking at you, you're attractive, and you're much younger than him.
Absolutely. I said that. So what are you doing? Telling him a secret?
Let's ask the real hard
You know
question.
what? People tell me you shouldn't say that. You should fucking lie. Tell me you're only 60. I said, what can I tell us 60 if I can't get a hard on at 60? It's better if I can't get a hard on at 78. People say, I understand that. I tried every fucking thing. Wait a minute. I put a patch on my ass. I put a patch on... Well, I gotta tell you, I put a patch on my ass. I'll take off for 3 fucking hours. I took up smoking again. I couldn't get a hard on. So do me a favor.
Joanne, Pat is very honest, and that's what I love about him. He says he can't get erect. All right. You seem like you got a beautiful body. You keep yourself in shape. I could see why Pat's attracted to you. I understand. This is a big score for him. Having a
no, it ain't a fucking score. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying
I happen to like it. I didn't go after I want to get no pants.
Oh.
I took her to Italy. I took her to Spain.
But you're not with an ugly woman. You're with a nice looking woman.
What? I would take you to Italy and Spain, too. What's the big fucking deal?
Joanne.
An ugly woman.
Joanne, is it... I know Pat says he tried to be
romantic,
amorous with you. He kisses, he touches his breasts, if I may say.
Wait, I don't touch fucking nothing.
You never touch the breast?
What is your problem? I don't touch nothing.
I don't want to embarrass you.
Why you're not embarrassed me. I'm fucking dead.
Has he ever tried to make love to you?
Yes, I grabbed her by the ass this morning and I passed gas. There's your fucking answer.
So, Joanne, is he telling the truth? He's never had coitus with you? He's never had sexual relations with you?
I have never got into her vagina, okay? You want the fucking truth?
Let the woman talk.
People bust my balls.
Oh, my God.
Joanne,
listen, you don't go out at my age with a vagina. You go out with a human being that you like to be with.
But you're in good shape. You're
I
reasonably
am not in
healthy.
good shape. I'm half in a fucking coffin. What is your problem?
No, he's in good shape. Why can't he get it up?
Okay, I'm going to say he's the best lay I ever had.
Yeah.
There you go.
What?
There you go.
He's the
What'd you
best.
say to him?
I'm not telling you.
Joanne, does it frustrate you that you're in a loving, romantic relationship with a man and he cannot get aroused? Do you ever blame yourself?
I did at first.
You did?
Yeah, but not now.
You said, well, Pat can't get it up. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Did you ever try lingerie or sexy?
We try everything.
Cement ain't gonna fucking help. You hear me?
Pat, I'm so sorry. No wonder you're angry.
Don't be sorry. I'm fucking happy.
No, you're not.
How dare you tell me how I feel?
Every man wants to satisfy.
When you become 78, come and talk to me.
I will get it up at
If you beat 78.
Now you're telling him he's not going to make it to 70.
You haven't got here yet. Excuse me, Robin.
You're telling him now he's not going to make it to 78?
No, yes, I made it. I can tell him, try to make 78. I'll tell you what I'll do. Give up your heart on now, and I guarantee you 78.
Because you don't get it.
Would you sign a paper?
No.
Well, in other words, humping is more important than your life.
I want my heart on.
You're a walking hard on. What are you talking about?
Joanne.
Yes.
You love him, right?
Of course.
Okay. And the most he can do to you is kiss you? I assume you kiss, Pat?
No, not even that.
You don't even do that. Joanne, why no kissing?
I eat too much macaroni because when the fuck are you going to stop eating that shit?
Joanne, do you think of him as just a friend or is he your boyfriend?
I think of him as my man.
As your man.
Yeah.
He's your man. He's your go-to guy.
Man.
He's your man.
He's my man.
All right. And
Help
you
me
travel.
out.
Now
you tell me, huh?
You travel with him. Do you live with him?
No, I don't live with him.
You don't live with him. I don't blame you.
No.
You don't live with him. It's hard to put up with him. But you have this relationship.
What do you mean it's hard to? How dare you say that?
We really have a good relationship. We really do.
Okay. And there's kissing involved or no kissing?
Yes.
There is kissing.
There's
okay.
kissing, of course.
And are your breasts being touched at all by Pat?
Are you a breast man, Pat?
Does he ever touch your breast?
Actually, an ass man.
He is. He grabs your ass.
Oh.
Who knows? I mean, if you're loving enough with one another, and stroking and kissing, maybe he will get erect. It could happen.
I think they're putting too much pressure on this whole thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you sleep together? Does he hold you when you lay? He does.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
And nothing happens.
Let me tell you
Well, I
something.
can't say nothing.
Right.
Everybody loves their way.
Well,
You love your way. I treat a woman my way.
Right.
I've never lost one yet, Howard. And it's not about dipping it in, pal. I don't have to fucking dip it in. I'd rather turn around and make my brajol. How's that fucking great? Nobody believes this shit.
I'm asking you.
He's in a box. I'm not in a... I got a fucking life. He's now on the Hamptons, got to worry about Katrina coming down there with that $20 million fucking house. I talk to you like a brother. Get the fuck out of there, pal. $20 million house. Fucking guy now's got a pipe, has a dog and a girlfriend and a fireplace. He's out of fucking fish out of water. What the fuck you doing in the Hamptons? You don't belong with Bon Jovi. You don't belong with Paul McCartney. You belong with the working people.
They're working.
You belong. You gave them up. Now we got to pay $12 a fucking month to listen to shit that we got for nothing. Now what is he doing? He's doing the same shit for nothing that we pay $12.
I've embarrassed you. That's what's happened. I shouldn't have brought up your sex life. You're embarrassed.
Fuck my sex life. I love to talk about it. Vagina. What the fuck more do you want? Pussy. All right. I used to eat it. I used to not swallow it. I dipped it in. It's fucking over.
He's not eating it anymore?
But you're not eating. He won't lick you, Joanne. He will not do that.
Do what?
With your mouth.
I eat everything. I eat fucking thing that moves.
Do you lick her?
No, I don't lick her. She's ticklish.
You don't like that kind of thing?
One day she sat on my face and I almost lost my breath.
Do you hear what she just said? You're
I
so
didn't say a word.
You're so busy talking, Pat. You didn't hear. She said she likes to be licked.
I don't blame her. I got a dog that likes to be licked. What the fuck does that tell you?
Do you see how sensitive you are, Pat? How are you going to take being roasted? Number one, you've already attacked the people roasting. You said they're all nobodies. And they're
No. Here's what I said. Don't put words in my mouth.
What did you say?
I'm going to quote him. I am a rancher. They're part of the herd, so go back to your fucking corral. That's what I said. Ain't nobody like me on this fucking planet like there's nobody like you. So I stand up. I have no disrespect personally for them. I'm the big fucking honcho. I'll take on any fucking comic you got, and I've said it to you for years. That means I have confidence. Why should I turn around and say otherwise?
You're going to be insulted. You're going to take it personally.
I've been insulted by you for fucking years. I've been insulted by my mother. I've been insulted by my father. I've been insulted by her. Gary Dell'Abate.
You're so sensitive. You know, my feeling...
You're not going to show up, huh?
No. And I'll tell you why. Do you notice that all of the people who love you, the people, contemporaries, you understand what I mean by contemporaries? People,
no.
People who came up with you in the business. You see, none of them are showing up for the roast. You know why? You come on too strong sometimes.
They're afraid.
Freddie Roman's not going to be there.
Yes, he is.
He is?
Is he
Dick Capri's going to be there.
Dick Capri is going to be there?
Bells is going to be there.
Oh, he is going to be there.
Well, I got him. Listen to me. They're fighting to get to the fucking microphone.
Are you serious?
I was roasted in Florida last winter. What the fuck you want me to tell you?
And how do you react when these people...
I love it. I say to myself, this is fucking war. Let's sit down, because I've done 15 of these things, and I closed every one of them, so why should I be afraid?
I want to do a trial run here today. I've invited 3 comics to come in and do a little mini roast of you. I want to see you sit there and take it.
Wait a minute. I came here by subway. I ain't getting a fucking dime. Now I got to turn around and do...
That's right.
No,
you sit there. Sit on the couch and let these guys say some shit about you. Let me see you handle it. I don't believe it.
This is a contest?
No, it's
I
not
ain't getting a fucking dime for this shit.
Pat Cooper, by the way.
I knew he's got some up his sleeve.
Pat Cooper, November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey. He's still working. It's not over for him yet. See Pat at the Show Palace in Hudson, Florida, January 21st and 22nd. For more information, you go to patcooper.com. This is Bob Levy. Bob.
He appears to be pretty sure.
How are you, Bob?
How are you?
All right, roast Pat. I want to see him. I want to see what he does when you roast him.
But you can't do it that way.
Yes, you can.
What do you mean?
No.
This is a roast
All right,
now.
Daddy. Fuck him. I got to start an argument with him.
Sit down before before you throw your hip out. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Oh, here he comes.
That's fucking wrong.
What?
Put the paper out of your fucking hand. Put the paper out of your fucking
Take that members only jacket off.
I don't have a fucking paper, and when I'm on a bullshit, take the fucking
Why
paper
can't
out.
he? He wrote his
I want
jokes.
to do it with their ad-libbing. They're full of shit.
Only
No. Tell them to take the paper.
You're already cracking.
Fuck no, it don't work.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the coffin.
Give me the paper. Give me the paper. You don't need
Why?
it. No, it ain't gonna
Give me your members only jacket.
It ain't gonna fucking happen. It
is gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen because you're a bunch of cowards with paper. You gotta fucking read.
Well, what's the
Where's
big
the
deal?
greatness? Where's the greatness?
Pat, you have that ability.
I don't want no paper or them going on.
All the comedians are
Fuck it ain't going on.
All the comedians are going to bring paper.
They all are.
I don't want to know from paper.
They're going to bring paper.
Then fuck them. Because I don't use a paper.
But that's you.
No.
You can't make up the rules of a roast. Already, the man cannot be roasted.
Exactly.
I never saw you move your hands like that.
The man cannot be roasted. Joanne, you see, he's nuts.
You gotta understand.
What?
You gotta understand. You're in a show business. I don't know if you're a comedian. I'm not being disrespectful to you. Please believe that.
What do you know about show business?
But if you're going to set me up, you're going to lose.
I'm not saying. Yeah, we just walked in just now.
Why?
Because Howard asked.
You're here all day long.
I said, wouldn't it be interesting?
It would be funny to see if you can handle it.
Let's see if you can handle being roasted.
Now grab your walker and sit down.
Now sit down and get roasted right now.
Yes, we're all pain in the asses.
All right. I love this title up. Let's see the man roast you. Let's see you handle it.
Okay.
All right, let's hear some jokes. A couple of seconds. Go ahead.
That's it. Pat, do you know who I am?
No. No disrespect. I don't.
Okay, that's all right. So I could be your son then, because he don't know who the fuck you are either.
You could never be my son then, because I lost sperm many years ago.
I'm not saying Pat's a bad parent, but he couldn't pick his kids out of a police lineup.
That's not even funny, you fuck. Fuck, you kidding me?
Pat's always yelling and screaming. I don't scream that much when I get my cock caught in my zipper. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, Pat.
Everybody cares.
Nobody
They don't
cares.
care that you have a pussy better than a cock, because that's how you talk.
For you people listening at home saying, who the fuck is Pat Cooper? Don't worry, the comedy world's been asking that for years. First you did Howard Show, then you did Opie and Anthony, and now you're back here. You switch sides more than Andy Dick.
Finish this sentence.
Right.
Opie and Anthony got the best fucking show they ever got in their fucking life, and if his friends are listening to me, I killed on that fucking show, but I'll say one thing, Howard Stern never stopped me from doing Imus, and never stopped me from doing Opie and Anthony. So when I did it and I came back here, he was never angry that you're my guy. That's bullshit. And if that's what you write, I would take up brickwork.
This is going to be the greatest roast ever.
Exactly.
You're not even going to be able to get through the roast when they roast you for real.
Arguing with every line.
Oh, I gotta wait my turn.
Yeah, right. That's right. You got to wait your turn. Let somebody else go, Bob. Let somebody else go.
Julie, come on up.
Try roasting Pat and see if Pat can get through it. So far you failed. Pat, so far you failed.
I failed.
You haven't gotten through it.
Hug, you sick fuck.
Go ahead. That's what you do on a roast.
God bless you. I love you.
I love you.
Bob Levy. Reverend Bob Levy.
What'd you say? I fell on my ass?
No, I'm saying you have a hard time being goofed on.
Why don't you eat?
I'm eating.
What the fuck is happening to you?
He's right. I
Fucking
don't.
guy, $90 million, you can't get a sandwich.
Shuley, this is Shuley. He's Pat, this is Shuley. He's an up-and-coming comic. He's going to roast you. Shuley.
Right here, Pat. How you doing, buddy?
God bless.
Pat, I just want to tell you, first of all, you're one of my idols. I said you're one of my idols, Pat. You're very influential in my life.
Parts of my life, I go deaf.
You're very influential.
This is one of the fucking times.
You're very influential in my life. In fact, I always play Pat's age in the Pick 3 Lotto game. So thank you for that.
First of all, the people you're talking to don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's the best fucking thing.
The best thing about this, though, is we know you're going to be able to handle it just fine. That's the best thing about
this. If you're a new comic, you just went old.
Pat hates Joan Rivers, but truth be told, Pat hates success, and you would too if Freddie Roman eclipsed you career-wise.
Oh.
But
I don't know what that means.
I think Pat...
He's saying
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Listen to me. All you got to do is talk in Braille. What the fuck is he saying?
He's saying that Freddie Roman did better career-wise than you did.
Oh, Freddie Roman, of course.
He did?
Oh, Freddie Roman's a big star. When's the last time you heard of Freddie Roman? Give me a fucking break. I'm in the subway coming here, and I'm recognized.
Let me try.
In the fucking subway, 5:30 in the morning, they're coming over to me, Pat. You're going to do Stern today. It says, back off. It's a nice name.
Let me try to let this guy roast me. Let me do one more joke. One more joke. See if you can get through it. So far you can't.
I got control of this fucking roast.
Artie, you're going to be on that roast. You see what he does?
I can't wait. I'm going to memorize my act. I know that.
Artie, the night of the roast at the Friers Club, will you come in with paper?
Not anymore.
Truly, one more joke, and then I'll let Sal go.
Well, I do want to say, Pat's wife recently passed away, and my condolences. We know she's in a better place. In fact, I know she's in a better place because you're not there screaming and yelling like a fucking mental patient.
And odds are
she's more successful than you are.
You don't stop to wait for the laugh. No, he's scared shit because he wants to get this thing over with.
Also, Pat prides himself on being an everyman. He'll be the first to tell you he still takes the subways till this day. Unfortunately, he's the last to know that no one on the subway even knows or has a clue that you're a fucking celebrity. They just think you're another crazy gray-haired old man wearing pants designed to hold as much shit as possible.
Oh.
Wow.
Crazy old man.
Let Sal.
Did he hold for the laugh long enough?
Thank you, Shuli.
Shuli, great job.
Thank you, Bubby.
Hey, Pat, you know what? I've been listening to you, Pat, for 20 years. And you know what? I admire you, and I'm going to listen to you today. I'm going to throw away the paper.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk to you man to man, no paper, no jokes.
Attaboy.
All right? So my first question is, who's the ugly cunt you brought?
Oh.
I'm talking to
That's not funny.
Can I answer?
Ridiculous.
Can I answer?
Yes. I'm sorry. I meant ugly slut. I keep fucking that one up. Go ahead.
What kind of thing is that?
I threw away the paper. I'm talking.
Pat.
I learned this from Pat Cooper. Who's that filthy tramp, you old fuck? Who is she?
Wait. What is that?
Who's that filthy tramp, you old fuck? Who is that cum-guzzling slut? Who is that? No paper. No paper.
Where's the fucking humor?
No humor in that.
Just like, all right.
I
won't make a statement. At one of the roasts, Jerry Stiller, God love Jerry, I love him dearly, and someone goes up talks about Jerry Stiller's wife's vagina. What the fuck has that got to do with a roast?
Yeah,
this guy's in deep. He's sinking. Every fucking way.
Get the
paper. Where's the paper? Get the fucking paper.
You give me the paper back. I can't take it back.
Get out of here.
How do you date somebody that's such an infinite cock?
Come on, get out of here.
He don't bother me.
Joanne.
I threw away the paper,
Howard, I believe
Thank you. All right.
Now, can we get some comedians in?
Why do you need a roast? Don't go to this
Really?
roast. Okay, don't go.
Something intelligent.
Don't go to this roast. You see how
It seems that Pat's going to be fine.
You see how upset you get, though? Your
I'm
hands
not
are shaking.
upset. That's part of my fucking living, you sick bastard. What's the matter with you?
Well,
You don't have a living.
Joanne, he's trying to get laughs, but you were very lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
And way
Howard.
too good for Pat,
Thank
trust
you.
me.
And
Thank you, Sal.
I've been a fan of yours and Robin since day one.
I am actually shocked that a beautiful woman would be with Pat because I'm sure you can get other men.
He's actually a beautiful man. He really is.
I think
you
deep
got
down
to
inside.
really know him.
That's the side he never shows us.
Thank you, guys. All right. Deep down inside, I believe Pat is a very sensitive man.
Oh, he is sensitive.
He's very sensitive.
Because sometimes I get confused. What is beautiful about Pat? I'm not sure I understand.
He's a kind man, I'll tell you that.
Did you see evidence? What is some of the evidence that he is kind?
He's good to me. That's all I know.
Right.
He's very good to me. He worries about me.
This is the same thing that Ava Braun said about Hitler.
Robin should have roasted.
Pat, why continue to do these stand-up shows? I know you're going November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey. You could retire. You could relax. You could give it all up.
Howard.
Go ahead.
I have more money than you'll ever earn. I talk to you like a brother.
All right.
Okay?
What now?
You made a lot of money.
It's not a question of retiring. It's a question of I still have a following out there. I'm the last of what I do for these particular people that follow me. And when that's over, that means I'm over. So I'll wait till when I can't. I sold out Pat Truck last week. I sold out Connecticut. I sold out the Westchester Broadway Theater. So I must be still doing okay.
You're doing very well. Are you, would you say you and Don Rickles are the last of a breed? Do you admire him at all?
Well, if you put me in with Don Rickles, I'm proud because I love Don. Absolutely. Don is the last of that kind of ratty-tat kind of thing, and I'm one of the last of those.
Does Don still have it? Is he?
Well, Don is 81. Don wants a serious, so you know where the fuck he's going.
All right.
At 81, I said, Don, just enjoy. It's not going to be there like it was. You had your beautiful scene in the sun.
Right.
Just enjoy and be well, and that's what I'm doing.
Were you jealous that a guy like Rickles got to hang with Sinatra?
I'm never jealous of anybody.
I mean, you're an Italian. You should be hanging with Sinatra.
Anybody.
You're an Italian.
I'm jealous that you got this fucking job. I cannot understand it. You got through the cracks. I don't know how the fuck you did that.
I'm just trying to make the money you're making. That's all.
No, you're not making. You're with the Hoi Polloi now. You moved uptown, Howard. You're not on the streets with us no more.
And let's hope I never get back there. I'm hoping to God I never get back there.
You're going to get back there.
Okay. Listen, Pat, I'm excited for you. You got a roast coming up. That is an honor to be roasted at the Friers. After all the roasts you've done, it's about time they roasted you.
Well, that's kind. Thank you.
It really is. And I hope it goes well for you. I could see it's going to be a horrible night. It's going to end in disaster. There's going to be a lot of interrupting. Are you going to interrupt at the Friers? You are not. You're going to let guys go.
When they're roasting me, I keep quiet till they say, and now the man we're roasting, and I get up, and then I'll see the secret of a roast is not to write nothing down, to wait and hear what they're saying about you.
Really?
Then you know what you can't say. In other words, when I'm roasting somebody, they say, we're roasting Howard Stern. They say, Howard Stern, this. I say, can't say that.
But you don't have to prepare material at all.
Prepare my balls. I'm a fucking genius when it comes to that shit. I talk in my sleep. Are you fucking crazy?
You're telling me. I want to know the truth.
I roasted God. I roasted Jesus Christ in my sleep. What the fuck is your problem?
This is important for me to know.
Fucking man don't understand. You're still eating. This fucking guy doesn't stop eating.
Well, look at the size of him. Look, listen to me. Wait, this is really important. I want you to be honest, because there are a lot of young comedians listening to this show, and I want you to be honest. This is going to help them. For once in your life,
I'll help anybody.
Help somebody for once.
Listen, for once. I help you, you sick bastard. What's the matter with you?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
You're telling me that before you go to roast someone, let's say they call you to roast President Bush.
Yeah.
You don't sit down ahead of time and figure out in your mind the kinds of jokes you want to do. Here's what I know about President Bush.
It's not jokes.
That's
the secret.
That's not true. You make jokes.
I never told a fucking joke in my life.
It's true. He doesn't tell jokes.
Now, ho. He tells it's true. Tonight I'm roasting Bill Gallo.
Who is that?
From the Daily News.
Cartoonist
Bill
from the Daily
Gallo.
News.
I'm going to the Marriott tonight. They invited me. Now ask what I'm going to talk about. Who gives a fuck? I'll see what's there, who's there, and I'll do my 10, 15 minutes.
Very impressive.
No, it's because, well, look at you.
Come on.
All right, look
that's
at you.
Very
you have
impressive.
a script every 5 minutes in front of you?
No.
Well, that's what makes you what you are.
That's right. But you know as a comic, there are certain punchlines and jokes that you got to get to.
No, you don't. All right, let me ask you. How can I say a punchline we say if Larry Holmes is going to be there
You're
tonight?
not going to know anything about Bill Gallo.
No, I know. Only thing I know about Bill Gallo is he comes from Corsica. That's all I fucking know. From there, I mean, I've met him a couple of times. I don't want to know anything about Bill Gallo. I want to sit there. I want to break his fucking balls the way I want to.
Wow. Well, Artie, that's impressive.
Have you learned something, Artie?
No, I've known this about Pat for a long time. Part of the reason I agreed to do this was I just wanted to see his rebuttal at the end. You know what you got to pick up? It's rare that he's on TV. Pick up Drew Carey's roast on Comedy Central.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you'll see what he's talking about. He goes at the end. He doesn't tell set-up punchlines. And he destroys. He just rips on people, and he goes.
It's not that it happens to come easy with me.
I hear you. Are you nervous to perform on the Pat Cooper roast?
Yes,
this is why
very nervous.
You are nervous.
I'm more nervous than when I roasted Donald Trump and Hugh Hefner combined because to me he's the real guy. He's arguably the best roaster ever.
But you write out jokes ahead of time.
I definitely do. I don't have that talent. See, sometimes Pat doesn't realize not everybody has that ability. But I write jokes. I write
don't want to know
punchline.
Artie is going to write jokes.
He's writing jokes, but he's going to memorize them, so he doesn't have.
Now I will.
Yeah.
I'm not disrespectful for him.
That's how he works. He's a very funny guy.
I don't disrespect him. That's him. I don't have a piece of paper in my fucking hand. You
Maybe
understand?
if you wrote something down, it would be...
I don't write cock down. Because if I write it down, let me tell you something. If I write it down and read it, and a minute after I write it down, also it's not funny no more. I want to fall on my ass or be a smash.
Hey, you see who they're bringing back to radio? This Imus. He never got a rating. Why would they bring him back? Uh-oh.
This man is a coward.
A coward?
He's a fucking coward. And let me tell you something. I gave this guy radio, and the last time I heard him was when he said that he inherited me from Stern. And I got on the phone and tried to get back on the show the next week. Because there's a guy that I don't like, and Imus likes him. And he took the guy's part, which is his privilege. But to turn around and say he inherited me, I saved his fucking ass in Las Vegas when he...
Well, you see what he's saying? He never had an original idea. I would have you on my show. Then he wanted you on the show. He never had you on the show.
Thank you. I said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, here's the coup de grace. That means here's the real thing.
Right.
The coup de grace. He goes to shopping with his fucking tail between his legs.
Never should have done
that. You would have never done. And I said that on radio. I don't know if you heard it.
I'd rather jump out a window.
You would have told him, fuck you.
I would have said, fire
I told a joke, and if you don't like it, fuck you.
Right.
But he's a coward now. But wait a minute. He wound up with $20 million. Now he's going to go on radio again. But it ain't the same. No. It'll never be the same.
It never was good to begin with.
Well, he got lucky. Then he had that guy McGurk.
He's horrible.
Another sick fucker.
Another fucker who calls me for a job every week. Then he gets on Howard Stern's a piece of shit. Yeah, see?
He wants to be a comedian, McGurk. He can't get a laugh in a fucking barrel of monkeys. Trust me.
I know. I worked with him. I didn't even know he was in humor. I didn't even know that was his occupation.
He's making this thing. I don't wish him any harm. But you know something? When he turned around and cowed down, fucking shit. They go to Top Shopping. This is my opinion. I said something funny. You want to go hard? Do what the fuck you want to do. And I got news for you. Bring all your friends and picket me. Fuck you and the picket. That's a man. If he's wrong, I'll say fine. He said worse things than that. Before that Rutgers thing. He said worse things than that. You said worse things than that. All right? But you stood by what you said. That's why you're a man.
That's right.
The problem was it wasn't funny.
Huh?
It wasn't funny. If he had made anybody laugh, nobody would have picketed.
Joanne.
That's true.
He doesn't even get semi-hard?
All this energy
and no place to put it.
How could that be? I mean, the man is so...
That's why he's got so much energy this morning.
Yeah, but you can see his blood is flowing. I don't understand.
You know what? If you want to get him excited before sex, pull out a piece of paper and look at a list of things you have to do.
That's right. Dominic Barbara wants to say hello to you. The very famous attorney. Dominic Barbara. Very famous attorney.
I love Bobby.
Bobby, yeah.
He calls me Bobby always. Pat, you said you didn't want to use Viagra. Why don't you try it now?
Joanne, have you said to this man... Pat,
there's a little blue pill.
We could have a sex life. There is a Viagra that you could take.
I tried it.
He has it?
About Viagra.
Wait a second. I got to hear this from Joanne.
Okay.
Joanne, I'm looking you over. I'm a pretty good judge of women. Mm-hmm. You got a killer body.
Thank you.
Killer.
What did I say?
If you were nude in my bed and I took a Viagra, I'm sure that I could service you. This is amazing what you're saying. That Pat took a Viagra and nothing.
I think it's all in his head.
It's got to be psychological at that
point. It's not in my head. It's in my cock.
No, it's all in his head.
It is. You're right. I mean, when
it's not that he doesn't want to.
What was the setting?
I think he just gets too uptight.
Have you guys tried a sex therapist?
No.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I ain't trying no such
thing.
You understand? Because if I do, I know they're full of shit.
Are you embarrassed? They will give you homework assignment.
Why would I be embarrassed if I'm talking about it in public?
But they would give you a homework assignment.
They ain't giving me that.
It's one thing to make...
Okay, here's my statement.
It's one thing...
Here's my fucking final statement. I thank God every day I can pee. Pee.
No, wait.
Fuck, I don't need.
Wait, you're going to hurt yourself.
Pee. I love to pee. I got friends that got prostate. They cry, Mother of God, let me see some pee. I go, I can do that. Now, can you fuck your wife? Yeah, but I can't pee. Keep fucking your wife. I'll pee.
It's one thing to be funny about it.
Pee.
It's one thing to be funny about it. It's another thing to go to a therapist and treat it in a serious way.
You go to therapists because they're insecure. I'm a fucking Italian. If they ever found out I went to a therapist, I'll be in deep shit. I'm not even circumcised. What the fuck is that?
You're not?
No.
Joanne, did you know that he's not circumcised?
She never saw it.
What, you wear a towel?
Mine goes in and out. Mine goes in and out when I pee, and I thank God. Mother of Jesus, I can pee. I got friends who can't pee, and I'm going, I can't wait to pee after the show.
This is silly. This is silly.
It's not silly. Jews go for everything for a fucking hangnail. Italians bite the fucking nail off and spit it out.
You have a Joanne said it's psychological. I think I know what she means. You're a deceased wife who you love very much, and I know that. The man loved his wife. Do you feel like you're cheating on her if you're with Joanne?
I didn't have an affair with my wife the last 10 fucking years.
I'm saying, do you feel...
Sex was over. It was time to get down to basics. We're going to get old and be a grandmother and grandfather. Fuck that.
Wow. Wow.
That's Italians thinking.
Joanne, when
Jews don't think that. I had a woman in Florida, my altar Christ.
I'm Italian.
A woman in Florida. My woman in Florida. Jewish lady, my altar God.
Right.
She said, Mr. Cooper, I know you lost your wife.
Right.
And I said, well, thank you. She said, I know you're a lonely man. She says, because a lot of Italians, which is an Italian word, are lonely. Would you like a blowjob? I swear to God. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She goes, I'll take the teeth out so you don't hear the click. And I said, you'll take the teeth. I said, no, I'm fine. She goes, you must get rid of that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because it can give you a prostate problem.
She's right.
I said, I'm peeing. What the fuck more do you want?
No, wait a second. I know what Pat's talking about. But, Joanne, I just want to ask you one serious question. When, as Dominic says, so you were in the room with him. Pat took the Viagra. He got it, obviously, from a doctor. And he took it, and you sat there and you waited. How long did you wait? Waiting to see
She's still waiting.
Still waiting.
All right, I give up. You got to go see Pat Cooper.
Still waiting.
November 30th. I'm giving up, Dominic. I'm sorry.
Well, would Joanne like to go to a sex therapist?
Yeah, Joanne.
I don't need to go to a sex therapist.
No,
Robert, she's Italian. They don't go.
I'm Italian. I don't go to sex
Joanne,
therapist.
you must be frustrated sexually. Do you take care of it with your own?
Well,
do you have a device of some kind, or?
Yes.
Yes.
I bought her a gold one. I said, you deserve the best.
I'm not going to pry anymore.
You can pry. What the fuck
I'm not going to pry anymore.
Pry.
I'm embarrassed. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
All right.
I feel bad for Joanne.
Wait a minute. You know what I read every day?
Don't. No, he does.
You know what I read
me
every day? Every day I read the Penthouse letters. I got about 50 fucking books. Every time I go to the bathroom, I say, maybe I get an erection for the letters.
Right.
Nobody knows how to write about fucking. I still sit there. And
the letters aren't erotic enough for you.
What is your punch? You got to eat.
I'm going to eat.
You got to fucking listen.
I'm so
that
hungry.
yogurt shit is terrible.
Yogurt.
Have a fucking salami sandwich.
I'm so hungry. You know, Artie's eating. He's eating over there having a party. And I wish I was in on the party.
You know, Pat, you should try Viagra Parmesan. It's very good.
Joanne.
Oh, he loves his food.
You are a lovely woman.
Thank you,
I consider it an honor to meet you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to meet you and Robin. And
well, I'm so
everybody.
happy that Pat has someone in his life that makes him happy. That's wonderful.
I imagine you were married before, had kids and stuff. Thank God, because
she's a grandmother.
I'm a grandmother.
It's hard to believe. I thought you were in your 40s.
Well, I said so.
Bless you.
You look good.
No.
I mean, how Pakachi is a whole nother mystery.
56.
I don't know either.
You're 56.
Yeah, I feel I'll be 57 in 2 weeks.
Got a young one, Pat.
Look at you, Pat. You got a young one, but it's like having a Maserati and you don't know how to drive it.
You don't drive it.
If I cry, I will
tries
kill
it
myself.
halfway.
So I can't let it get the best of me, Howard.
You got a beautiful woman. Honestly, you do.
Howard,
you got a woman. She's nice.
You don't have to tell me that. I understand. But I always
satisfy her. Satisfy. Don't be selfish. Go to the sex therapist. Satisfy her.
Fuck the sex therapist.
All right. Pat Cooper, November 30th.
Is that it?
Well, wait, let me sum up.
We're going to give you
Calm
a
down.
good plug now.
I know. He's in a hurry to get me the fuck out of here.
We're going to do the plug, and then we got 3 more guys that are going to roast you.
See Pat Cooper, November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey. It's a big gig for you. It's going to be a big deal. See Pat at the Show Palace in Hudson, Florida, January 21st and 22nd. You're traveling the country. Joanne, I assume you'll be there, too. You travel with Pat?
If she wants to. Right. No one pushes pressure.
He never puts pressure on me. Whatever I want to do.
All of these shows, you'll have no paper on stage with you?
We just come back from Spain.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I'm an easy guy, so I have $4,000 in cash in my pocket.
That's impressive.
God. I don't know too much about Europe. We went there, it was nice. You gotta buy their fucking euro.
Right.
So I gave him $1,000 to give me back $600 fucking dollars. So I said to the guy, excuse me, what is your problem? Are there any Jews in here? He goes, what do you want Jews for? They wouldn't come here and get fucked up like you people do.
Well, you told them that. You're not afraid. Even in a foreign country.
I don't give a fuck. Where am I going?
You don't care.
No, because it's the truth. That's the Jews don't come in and go, you want $400 on my 1,000? Fuck you. I'll go to Israel. What the fuck do I need you for?
PatCooper.com.
That's like, I got enemies all over the world.
We went on a boat, and I told the lady next to me. She goes, we are in Valencia. I says, yes. She goes, tomorrow we go to Corsica. I said, no, tomorrow you're going to go behind Valencia. They're going to call it Corsica. This fucking broad believes it, tells the captain.
See, they have no idea where they are. They rip you off. You're right. You know a lot of stuff, I got to say.
Understand you over there.
Yeah. PatCooper.com. Believe it or not, Pat's on the internet now.
Oh.
He's got a website. I bet you he doesn't even know how to get to it.
And David Brenner called me. He wants me to do his thing.
Oh.
He's got something on the internet. He's getting comics. He called me yesterday.
Yes.
And he said, Pat, I'm going to send you. He says, I got to have you on this thing. That's an honor. I said, Dave. He says, they're going to come from California to fly it here to do it with you. So I must have some kind of points in this business.
Sure you do. I mean,
right.
David Brenner. I mean, that's great.
Today, your fucking ratings going to go through the fucking roof.
I know. Today I'll finally get some ratings. Thanks to you.
So you're not getting ratings like you think they are.
Right.
You know what you're getting?
Word of mouth.
No, you're getting gifts. People give us Cyrus for gifts. They say, what the fuck will turn them on?
Right.
Years ago, you had millions.
Of course, it's a different business. It's a different
not
business.
A different
Are you
business.
feeling bad for
You
Howard?
fucking went uptown. You don't fucking understand. You're with the Bon Jovis there, baby. You're with the Paul McCarthy's.
Yeah, I'm whooping it up. Let me tell you. You should only see how much fun I'm having.
Pat, it sounds like you're feeling sorry for Howard.
He is. He feels bad for me. By the way, on Pat's website, we noticed Pat is a brunette on his website. You know, you have dark hair on your website. You got dark hair. They gave you dark hair. Somebody colored it in.
Somebody colored in his hair?
Do you know that? You don't know. You don't care. PatCooper.com. Go see him in his shows and everywhere else.
He's funny. Oh, my God. Who is that?
I didn't even know who that was.
Look at that, Pat.
Pat, there's your website. Who is the person on that picture? Is that you?
My son-in-law did that. I'll kill him. See, I'll tell you how backward I still get the dial phone. There's your fucking answer.
You've never been on your own website.
I don't know anything about that shit. I don't want to know.
John, there you got jet black hair.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, if you analyze this, I had black hair. I had a dye to fucking. I'm stupid.
You're fine. Pat Cooper, November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey, and see Pat at the Show Palace in Hudson, Florida, January 21st.
Yes, but don't go walking out yet.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take a couple of pictures because she has to show her son who's blind.
We're gonna.
That's the only reason why I'm with him. So I can come here.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after
this.
these
It's
words.
over.
And thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, Howard.
Get the con.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
Someone wrote in the paper they were sick of all the Bruce Springsteen interviews and things. I don't see that many. I mean, the guy's out promoting a record, you know. Bob Levy, I should bring in Bob. Bob helped out with roasting Pat. That was very nice, although it was hard to get a word in edgewise. And Sal, I'm just like so freaked out by.
Really?
I mean, I said to Sal and Bob and Shuley, would you just come in real quick and roast Pat a few lines? Bob, I'm talking about... Hey, sit down. I'm talking about, I said to you guys, and you were very gracious. I said, can you come in real quick and just roast Pat a little bit? So that we could see how he reacts to a roast, because you know he's not, and he was great with it.
But it's very hard to do.
Sal, I mean... Why doesn't he just go up and shoot somebody in the head?
Well, he will at one of these roasts.
Sooner or later.
Sal, you're a good guy. I mean, what makes you interesting is that you sort of, you know, we don't know, you're not predictable, but that way, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I agree, but there was no, I had a whole bunch of jokes written down.
So do your jokes.
Yeah, but there was nowhere to go, and it got to a point.
What do you mean nowhere to go?
Well, the whole goal.
Don't go.
The whole goal was to get under his skin, and nobody was getting under his skin, and we wanted to see how far we could take it. I know it's a cheap, low blow. I know that.
He made fun of the woman with him.
I realized that, but at this point, there was really nowhere to go, and I hope that...
that was a real cringe for me.
But you know, I'll tell you, for the first time in the history of the show, Howard, I can't remember ever doing this, but I actually walked out with Pat and Joanne, made sure the cameras were off, and I apologized for what had happened because I really was. It was crazy.
The goal was to offend. The goal was to offend him. And Gary,
the goal was not to offend. It was to
see how far we could take
with
it.
Pat, not somebody sitting there taking the shrapnel.
You know what this is the equivalent of when somebody goofed about that your kids were gay? That has nothing to do with you, and that upset you.
Right. That's exactly what I did, Gary. Good point. You were fucking retarded, Gary. You just validated my point. Yeah. I went to someplace else.
No, you didn't have to. I didn't ask you to go there.
I know, and you're not supposed to.
Right.
I mean, that's what you do. I mean, you let me be me, and
but he didn't get a laugh with it, did he?
No.
He was like Pat was chasing us around the whole fucking time. I mean, I've never seen a crazy fucking old guy coming at you just because I had paper in my fucking hand. I was like, hey, take the paper, you
I wasn't even going to do the joke, and the last minute, Richard goes, just call her a cunt.
I don't even think it was a joke.
Richard did it.
Richard's idea.
Richard, your writer? Someone to blame.
You guys are going to say that.
But I'm saying it wasn't even a joke. When I said roast, I meant do a joke. You're good at doing some of these roast jokes.
Well, look how the point was how I threw it back in his face. I threw away the paper. I spoke to a man. What am I supposed to do?
Next time I won't ask you. Nothing.
Not next time you won't ask me.
No.
All right,
do it on tape. Go ahead. So I can listen to
dice? I got to mail a video in?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to do a joke. You can't just go up and say, hey, you're a cunt.
I know. I agreed. There was no jokes. There was nothing left. Levy couldn't
there was plenty of room.
He asked me, he said, was that guy a comedian? And he wasn't kidding around. Like, he goes, look, who is that guy? Is he a comedian? I go, he's sort of a comedian. He's working on it. He's working on being a comedian.
He's trying to be.
Very good. What am I supposed to do, dude? What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to tell jokes.
Rob,
Shirley and Levy got up and told a few jokes.
I think cunt was his closing line, and he opened with it.
We tried, although it was difficult, most times when you roast people, they're not running back and forth between the dais and the podium.
Yeah, I haven't been chased by a guy with a members-only jacket since 1977. I mean, I was fucking terrified.
I'm sure, because he came at you. He came right at you.
Oh, fuck.
Who this?
They had a Pat Cooper roast.
Yeah,
Jackie was there.
Gary sat on the dais.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's great because Gary said to me, who would have thought, like, looking out, he goes, Jackie's in the audience and I'm sitting on the dais, because it used to be the other way around.
Right, and Jackie's always been Mr. Fryer.
But, it was always important for Jackie to sit on the dais, even if they wouldn't let him be in the show.
Right.
And now Gary's sitting up there and Jackie's
in the audience.
That had to be fucking making him mental.
A comedian told me that, a comedian who, I think is pretty good said, Jackie's a funny guy. He goes, but he did not do well
when he
did the last roast.
Yeah.
He said he just did, like, old jokes. But oddly, Gilbert did old jokes and killed.
Well,
Gilbert's funny because he just refuses. Gilbert didn't mention Pat Cooper's name. Is
that really right for a roast?
It's not for a roast, but
why do they keep inviting him?
Because he's a favorite. I mean, look, he told 15 of the oldest, dirtiest, funniest jokes ever written, and he told them well, and he got a lot of laughs, but was it a roast? No.
Yeah,
no.
I go there to hear to make fun of Pat Cooper.
Yeah,
well, how did that go? I mean, was there some good
fun.
stuff?
It was great. Yeah, it was
Gary
a lot of
fun. You said who had the best? You said Belzer had the best joke of the night about Pat.
Best line of the night.
The best line of the night about Lisa Lampanelli.
That was the line of the night.
There were a lot of like weird guys on the dais, like sort of peripheral Sopranos people, like the guy that played Hesh and the guy that played Johnny Saxon. He goes, yeah, a lot of Sopranos here tonight. He goes, they tried to get big pussy, but instead we got stuck with giant cunt.
that was the line of the night.
That's a good line.
But he also went
Artie
first.
did really well.
Yeah.
And,
Belzer gave me a nice setup because he wasn't on cocaine, but he had this crazy coke sniffle. In between each joke, he would go... And it was very noticeable. He's got a big schnoz. And then Greg Fitzsimmons went up, and he did well, and he mentioned it. And I was like, am I the only one who sounds like it? And thank God Greg mentioned it. So everyone was making jokes about me being a drug addict. So it was a 3-hour show. And I went up there and way too long. It was 3 hours.
Wow.
So at the end, I said, God, this is getting slow, guys. I said, I'm so desperate for coke, I think I'm going to let Belzer sneeze in my mouth.
That's a good one. What did you say? Did anybody make any good cracks about Pat Cooper? What was the one you said about...
Actually, that's a joke that I wrote that never made it to the...
no, but there was other jokes about Pat, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was tons of jokes, mostly jokes about Pat. They were all about Pat being angry... somebody got up and said, Pat doesn't wait to get off the bridge to burn it. He burns it while he's on it. But actually, Norm Crosby was there, and he was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a good comic.
But he told a story that was this was a great roast thing. He told a story that wasn't necessarily a joke. He said that they live in Vegas together, and they did some TV show, some local morning TV show together. And Pat got up and he said, there's no stars in this town. Everybody in this town sucks. There's no funny comedians. The club owners are stupid. They're morons. You know, did that whole rap and everything. And then he says that, he goes, I swear to God, Pat calls me a week later. He goes, I don't know, Norm. I can't get booked. I don't know what's going on.
He can't figure it out.
But he genuinely didn't know.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He just sabotages himself. But you said the N-word was flowing pretty slowly.
Well, that was the weird thing. So the only black guy there is Michael Spinks.
Right.
And so
Michael or Leon?
Michael
Spinks.
Michael Spinks, right? So Pat gets up and Pat's he's riffing. He does no paper. He just, he looks down the line, sees what he sees, and whatever comes into his head he goes with. But he goes, I don't understand, by the way. Now, we're not allowed to say the word nigger anymore. No, we're not allowed to say nigger. He goes, guess what? Nigger, 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 nigger. Nigger, 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 nigger. Thank you. And I go, God, that wasn't right.
He looked at Michael and said that.
It was sort of like hate man.
I mean, like, what didn't Michael get up and pop him in the head?
No.
Well, it's
like, what's that about?
It was very Michael Richards.
Funny.
Michael was the go-to black guy if you needed a joke, but it was, like, I was going along fine, but no one mentioned the kid thing with him. Right? So, and I went up again towards the end, and I was like, I don't know, was that really a taboo? So I made a joke about him not, having a relationship with some of his kids. And it was as if I took a shit on stage.
Right.
The only person not offended was Pat. I looked at him and goes, I don't care. But everybody else was like, ooh. And I guess that was a taboo.
Yeah, people thought that was taboo.
Yeah, I mean, bringing up the kid thing.
Artie told one joke that didn't go over so well, and I can't remember what it was, but it was sort of racial, and I was the punchline, and I couldn't figure out if it didn't go over because nobody knew who I was, or what was the joke, Artie?
It was, Bill Maher calls Richard Belzer an asshole in a new book. And I said, Bill Maher calling Richard Belzer an asshole would be like Gary Dell'Abate calling Michael Spinks a monkey.
That must have gone over big.
So it's
pretty fucked up. Someone else made a joke about you too, right, Gary?
Oh, Greg Fitzsimmons did a good joke. I mean, there's like 50 people on the dais, so you just look down and he goes, "Oh, Gary Dell'Abate's here." He goes, "What's the matter? Sit and Sleep didn't need you this weekend?"
That's a funny joke.
And then he goes, and then there was another comedian.
There were a few people with that theme.
You do the race, you do some race humor and edgy stuff. You got to do that, or it's boring.
Well, yeah. Well, the other thing is, and again, I made one joke that the joke I made about Jeff Ross stealing. You know that joke?
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was a good joke.
No, it did well and everything. But already some internet radio show in Boston called me about it, and I hate this because I don't want to make it like I think Jeff Ross is a thief.
Yeah.
It's just something that's a rumor, and I've never experienced it before, but he was just the best target for this joke. And I don't know, he's a funny comic, and the joke was, and I can't make it again next year because it's current events. I said, I don't want to say Jeff Ross steals jokes, but his comedy coach is Bill Belichick. And so now because that's a Boston guy, they picked up on that. I said, listen, I don't think Jeff Ross is a thief.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form.
You were trying to make a joke.
It was just a stupid joke, and they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, he never stole anything from me, that's all.
What do you... I don't understand why you do these roasts. I mean, isn't it a lot of pressure? There's no television exposure at the Pat Cooper one. I mean, why would you do it?
I don't know.
Is it fun? I feel like it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Is it an honor in the comedy world?
Yes, it is. For them to ask you to do, like, this is the 4th time they've asked me to come back, and that indicates, I mean, if you don't...
Seems like a lot of work.
If you don't do well, they don't ask you back. Right. So the fact they ask you back is a big deal. It's a very New York-y fun day, you know.
I felt bad for Artie in the sense that it seems like a lot of pressure, and Artie didn't know when he was going on. So Artie's got his notes there, then somebody tells a joke, Artie got to cross it out, Artie thinks of new jokes. He doesn't know when he's going on.
It's a lot of pressure.
And so it seemed like for Artie, he couldn't enjoy himself until he went on, and he was third from the last.
Hold on, Bruce Springsteen's on the phone. He wants to call in and thank us for talking about it.
All right.
Who this?
Cash.App, $milkcratemarauder. Venmo, @milkcratemarauder.
You stupid bastard.